Well, Black and White Network, I am stunned that I'm sitting here right now making this video because we got some bombshell news coming from Fani Willis. Now, we done videos on her. Actually, we put up a video earlier today from our member live stream. Make sure you guys become a channel member if you're watching on YouTube by clicking that join button. Get access to the full live stream every single Friday, and click that join button if you're actually watching on Rumble. Thank you for the support. Fani Willis, man, the world is caving in on her. The walls are caving in on her, I should actually say. I'm not even sure how Fani Willis is actually going to stay in office. I'll be stunned, guys, if she actually kind of avoids prison at this point, because everybody is destroying this woman. This Trump case, man, has to be over with. It has to be done. It has to be thrown out because her office seems to be full of corruption. And the things that she was actually saying back in 2020, boy, it is coming back to haunt her now. Fani Willis is a corrupt individual that clearly does not live by the words she actually said back in 2020. Now, video emerged weeks ago where she was talking about if you're going to have a sexual relationship or a relationship with somebody in office, I'm not going to tolerate that. And then we got another video clip, guys, from 2020, July 2020, where she's on camera. And might as well just get into it, guys, right here. Right here. Flashback, July 2020. Candidate Fani Willis, while running for DA, says she should be elected because Fulton County deserves a DA who won't have sex with his employees. While the place is full of corruption, she will clean up the mess. Now, I'm assuming that the guy that was there before maybe actually had a sexual relationship with somebody in office. I'm not really sure. But for her to actually come out and say this right here, because now we got some bombshell news coming directly from Fani Willis. Yeah, she needs to resign. Let's play this.
The district attorney's office in Fulton should be the beacon of the Southeast. It should be the absolute best office between Washington, D.C. and Miami. And right now what you have is a office of dysfunction and corruption, and we deserve better. And I am the right choice to improve it.
Corruption, Ms. Willis, that's a strong word to level against the office that Paul Howard has run for nearly a quarter century. If he gets reelected, it'll be more than 25 years.
You have a DA sitting there that doesn't have the qualifications and the experience to do the job. What I can guarantee you is with my reputation, with my community ties, I am going to be able to attract the best and the brightest minds to that office. You're sitting with someone today that actually wants to make a difference because they deserve a DA that won't have sex with his employees, because they deserve a DA that won't put money in their own pocket when it should go to benefit children, because we deserve better.
Wow. I'm glad that this video came out, guys, because here is the bombshell news today. Look at this. Fani Willis confirms relationship with special prosecutor on Trump case. She should resign. Now, Fani Willis is actually saying that, hey, this relationship developed after I'd already hired him. Like that actually makes it better. Now, I don't believe that for 1 second. Something is telling me that this relationship started before she hired him, because this man was not qualified. And she gave him a ton of taxpayer money. A ton. It says here, Fulton County DA Fani Willis confirmed a personal relationship with special prosecutor Nathan Wade in a court filing Friday, though denied the relationship provided her with any financial benefit. But we got the receipts, man, of Nathan Wade and Fani Willis going on trips. Yeah, this is a bad look right here, man. A bad look. And also Jim Jordan actually subpoenaed Fani Willis to come before the House and give testimony on corruption from federal funds being misused. That was from the the bombshell leaked audio of someone in Fani Willis's office who Fani Willis then fired. Anyway, a co-defendant of former President Donald Trump alleged in a January 8 motion that Willis improperly benefited from awarding Wade a lucrative contract when he took her on vacations using money he earned from his position, claiming this was grounds to disqualify Willis and dismiss the case. Willis responded Friday by arguing that their relationship does not represent a conflict of interest and never provided her with any financial benefit. But on this previous video, you were saying that that you wouldn't be sleeping around with the employees. Now, whether he's a contractor or not doesn't matter. You're working with this guy. Yeah, something's fishy right here. Quote, while these allegations raised in the various motions are salacious and garnered the media attention they were designed to attain, none provide this court with any basis upon which to order the relief they seek, the filing states. In an affidavit attached to the filing, Wade stated that their relationship developed in 2022 and they had no relationship other than friends at the time of his appointment, which I don't believe. He notes that expenses for personal travel, quote, travel were roughly divided equally between us. Additionally, he stated that Willis at times, quote, has made and purchased travel for she and I from her personal funds. Quote, Roman's motion widely speculates that D.A. Willis somehow benefited financially from the investigation and prosecution of this criminal case, but provides no support to justify that conclusion. The DA's motion states, to be absolutely clear, the personal relationship between Special Prosecutor Wade and D.A. Willis has never involved direct or indirect financial benefit to D.A. Willis. The motion defends Wade's qualifications for the position. Nobody says this man is qualified. Nobody. Not for this level of case. Noting that, quote, he, quote, has long distinguished himself as an exceptionally talented litigator with significant trial experience. Wade's affidavit notes he was compensated at a rate of $550 an hour while contracted to work as outside counsel to represent the sheriff of Cobb County. Willis's motion also pushed back against allegations raised in a filing by Trump's attorney that her comments made in a speech defending herself from the Wade allegations had introduced racial bias into the case. Well, she was in the church, screaming racism. She was doing that. Now, Vivek, he is now weighed in right here. And boy, let's listen to what he had to say. I'm a big fan of Vivek. Let's play this.
So Fani Willis, the prosecutor in the Fulton County case against Donald Trump, now just admitted to having an inappropriate sexual affair with the lead attorney who she appointed to actually prosecute this case. A few funny things about this. First of all, you got to love the fact that this admission came on, of course, a Friday afternoon before a weekend.
Yeah, in case you guys don't know, when news drops on a Friday, that is where news goes to die. Because the weekend news cycle pretty slow. That's why me and Rose really don't record much on the weekends.
No better way for somebody to know that they're trying to bury the news than to just drop it quietly on a Friday afternoon. Second thing, and I just got to observe this, is that no doubt that if Fani Willis were the man and the other appointed attorney were the woman, there would be a far greater specter of concern here than somehow if it's the woman that's actually on top in the hierarchy. But put that one to one side. The funniest thing about this is that her alleged defense, or the reason why this shouldn't affect the trial, is that the relationship only began after she had actually made the appointment for the prosecution. Now, if you think about this, that's actually backwards. I mean, it's bad either way. But the reality is, suppose the relationship did begin after this prosecution had already begun and the appointment to the case had begun. That creates more of an appearance of applying pressure using personal dimensions to achieve a particular goal. So I don't know why that specific sanctimonious statement that she issued today, saying that it only began afterwards, is at all relevant to actually whether or not this prosecution is being fairly and procedurally correctly handled and carried out. And if you imagine if this were a Democrat president defendant with a Republican prosecutor who had an inappropriate affair, say it was a man with a subordinate woman, putting pressure in the middle of a case, using a personal sexual relationship to do it, there's no doubt that everybody would have this tossed out on those merits. Well, you know what? If we really have one standard of the rule of law, the same rules should apply the other way as well. So anyway, just some obvious things to say, but that seem complicated in the way today's media presents it. So how's that for a Friday afternoon?
Yeah. So Vivek is right, man. I mean, this case right here, man, definitely needs to be thrown out. I mean, this thing is full of corruption. Fani Willis, obviously, in my opinion, is corrupt. I mean, she didn't comply with the House when they actually asked for documents 3 times. She refused to comply. What is she hiding? What is she hiding? I mean, this woman, man, is completely corrupt, man. We're going to pay more attention to Fani Willis. This is just the beginning, because she actually has to go for that judge. And I was thinking to myself, I told you guys in other videos, there is no way in the world that she can actually deny this relationship, man. There's been too many receipts been dropped. So now on a Friday, the truth comes out. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.